Hello, everybody. Welcome in. It is James Monroe versus Riverview softball sectional title game. This is a continuation from really last week. It's a double elimination tournament. James Monroe has a victory over Riverview from last week. So this sectional tournament, if James Monroe wins tonight, will be concluded. And if they lose, we'll have to play one more game. So in a rain delay for the next couple minutes, as you can see, teams are out on the field. The delay's actually over. We're just getting warmed up. We'll have the first pitch expected here in about 5 minutes. So it's going to be an abbreviated warm-up, and we'll be right back here with you. But game is expected to be able to take place tonight, so stick around. folks. Getting ready to get this thing started about 45 minutes after the initial scheduled time. Storms look like they have moved out. Much lighter looking sky coming this way, so hopefully we can get this thing in after it gets started. We'll run through starting lineups for visiting Riverview to begin with. To pitch and hit first is Hannah Hanoski. Lily Perkins will catch, bat second. Brooke Fuller is at first, batting third. Brandy Mullins in center. Miley Goodman will be at short. Bailey Allville at third base. Erica Ball in right. Jackie Jones on second. And Brooklyn Kennedy bats ninth and in left field for the homestanding Mavericks. It'll be Grayson Dowdy in center field to bat first. Shay Wickline behind the plate. Chloe Burt at short. Bradley Thomas pitches. Evie Canterbury is on first. Jordan Lowe takes second. Mary Beth Meadows in left. Carolyn Clarkson's at the hot corner, and Lizzie Smith rounds out the lineup in right field. These two battled to an 11-inning, 3-4 Maverick victory last week. It was on Wednesday night. Now we find ourselves back here in the sectional championship. Have a minute. I'll go through a few WVSSAC announcements, Metro News. For the best news coverage of high school sports in West Virginia all year, follow Joe Bracco and Greg Carey's daily posts at wvmetronews.com. Also, West Virginia dairy farmers encourage you to power your potential with chocolate milk, the official beverage of West Virginia high school sports, and wish all participants good luck in today's event. Drinking chocolate milk, the official beverage of West Virginia high school sports, helps you recover for what comes next. It's delicious and contains the right mix of protein and carbs to help refresh exhausted muscles. For more information, visit drink-milk.com. And it looks like we are ready to get going, and it's going to be Hannah Hanoski to stand in and face Bradley Thomas for the opening pitch. Infield creeping in, expecting a possible bunt here. She'll swing away, and that's fouled out of play. Fouled out of play. We saw a lot of that here the other night. And here's the windup in the pitch from Thomas, and that scoots in. It'll be a 1-1. And here's the 1-1 delivery from Thomas. Swung on, going to be hit to Bird at short. She's up with the throw. Can't dig it out at first. Turns to go to second. That ball's by. Canterbury's there to field it. And it'll be an error on the play going to second. Ball gets by. They're going to try to make the play at third. And instead, Hanaski will turn around and head back. Considerable downpour hit this field about half an hour before the game was scheduled to go. See if those soupy conditions play a part today. It's going to be Perkins up to bat. Catcher swings on the first one. It's driven, but out of play down the left field line. Thomas's pitch popped up into left field. Meadows is over to cut it off. Throw goes in, and it'll be runners on the corners with no out. That'll bring up Brooke Fuller, the first baseman. And that one called low for a ball. Perkins will take second. Wind up in the delivery, and it's a little outside. Two-one delivery from Thomas, swung on, and that's strike one. Two-one to Fuller, high, and it's 3-1. Runners on second and third, no outs. 3-1 delivery. That's swung, driven into right field. Smith's over to get it, and the runners will have to, actually she's coming in, now she's going to run back. Throw over to third. Throw home now, and not able to get it. The run's going to come across. Ball didn't scoot too far from third. Actually, looked like it hit Hanoski's leg and bounced back, but I'm not sure anybody had tracked it down. All right, one away, one on third. And first pitch to Brandy Mullins will come in as a ball. And swings at the fastball, can't catch up, it's 1-1. And high will be 2-1 now. Two-one delivery to the center fielder, swung on the inside pitch, and now it's 2-2. And that ball coming in high and outside, and now it's full count. And swings through strike three, and now there's two away. And that'll bring up Miley Goodman. Called ball low. Good block behind the plate by Shea Wickline. Swings away, and it's 1-1. One-on-one delivery, hit on a hop, pass short. That's going to get into left field. And runners will be safe. Run will come across, and it's 2-0. Two-way runner on first. Brings up Bailey Allville. First pitch to Oval, called ball. Ball high. Or we'll make our way back to first. Two-0 delivery. Gets the call on the outside part of the plate. 2-1 now. That ball fouled into home dugout. Now 2-2. And called strike three, so the Mavericks get out of it. Strand a base runner on first, and on one hit and two errors, they give up 2 runs here in the top of the first. We'll be right back. We're back. James Monroe getting ready to have their first attempt at bat. Get help with your college tuition from the West Virginia Army National Guard. For more information, go to nationalguard.com. All right, Big Grayson Dowdy stand in, and 2-0. Dowdy sits up in the back of the box. Here's the windup from Hanoski. Steps forward, and first pitch gets her in the hip. The Mavericks will start with a leadoff base runner. It'll be Shea Wickline in.
Let's go, Shea.
And pulls back, gets called strike over the corner. Now, Wickline has done this for most of the season, squares up to show bunt, and then usually pulls back and swings. That is pulling the third baseman in on what looks like it's going to be a bunt, but I don't think that's what's on. And it is a bunt. It puts it down. Runner's going to make second. The throw to first is not in time, and everybody's safe. Slippery conditions might have played a little bit of a role in that. Take just that extra half a step to get that ball under control and make a throw, and that's enough time for Shea Wickline to make it to first. And we'll likely see a pinch runner for Wickline. and it will be. McKenna Wickline will come in to run for Shea. As is the usual. Now Chloe Bird will stand in. All right, we are back under play. Riverview has a 2-0 lead. Mavericks with 2 base runners on, first and second. No outs. Burt squares around. She puts a bunt down. That's going to roll over the line back to fair. The speedy Burt will beat out the play, and it's going to be safe everywhere. Mavericks have bases loaded with no outs, and here comes Briley Thomas. Had that walk-off hit against Riverview last week and has a chance to help her cause here. Quite a bunt. That landed, would have been foul, rolled its way back into fair territory before it was touched. And the pitch from Hanoski inside for ball 1. Hanoski's pitch swung on, can't catch it. 1-1 now. Rock back the 1-1 delivery, and that's hit sharply past shortstop into left field. One run's going to come across, and here comes Wickline behind. Burt will slide her way into third. Thomas gets to second, and it's a 2 RBI double. A little tie things up here, 2-2. And still no outs as Evie Canterbury steps up. That was going to be a hard one for shortstop to get to. Hit sharply on the ground. Credit that as a hit. And squares up, puts down the bunt, and Wickline, or Burt, and we're going to see that's safe at first. Didn't actually have a foot on the bag, tried to make the tag. It brings Burt down the third baseline on the throw, and everybody's still safe. We have runners on the corners, no outs, and Mavericks have 3 across. That'll bring up J-Lo. Jordan Lowe had a home run in that game. And still no outs. So we'll see if Canterbury's on the move here with second base open and a runner on third. He's got their sign. Shows bunt, puts it down. It's nice bunt. It's going to be a tough play. And out at first, but it does bring Thomas across on the bunt. So an RBI sacrifice bunt. And now it's 4-2. That was a bang-bang play right there at first. Does its job, though, gets the run across. And with 1 out, the Mavericks have Evie Canterbury on second, and it's Mary Beth Meadows to stand in. And here's the pitch. Meadows gets on top of that one, hits a short throw across. And good job digging that out at first. It does move Canterbury over to third, and now with 2 outs, it'll be Carolyn Clarkson to come in. So third baseman will stand in, has a chance to drive in a run with a base hit. And here's the pitch. Swings on the inside a little bit late. And that's going to be strike 1. Kennedy puts that one into the air, but it's going to get out of play. It'll be 2 strikes. Here's the pitch from Hanoski, and that's a called strike on the inside, and that'll do it here for the first inning. But the Mavericks get 4 across, and they now lead 2-4. We'll be right back with the top of the second. We are back. It will be Erica Ball stand in. Lead off here at the top of the second inning while we have a minute. Little ones grow up fast. Start saving now for the future. West Virginia Smart 529 College Savings Plan makes savings easy with tax advantages and flexible options. Start smart today at smart529.com. West Virginia trade professionals have a new financial tool with the Jumpstart Savings Program. It offers state tax advantages and other incentives. Build your future now. Go to wvjumpstart.com to learn more. Mavericks got into a little bit of a bind in the top of that first inning. It was on 2 errors and a hit, allowed 2 runs to come across. They responded with 4 in the bottom of the first off of 3 hits, mostly bunts. All right, we are ready to go. Right fielder Ball will stand in. Thomas is ready. And here's the rock back and the windup, and swings over top, gets a piece of it. It'll be strike 1. One delivery swung through, strike 2 now. And called ball on the 0-2. Called ball now, 2-2, everything even. And fouled sharply into the fence in front of the home dugout. We'll reset and try 2-2 again. Riverview has 7, 8, and 9 due up in this inning. And the 2-2 delivery from Thomas inside, and that's going to be, I think that was actually low instead of inside. Caught the plate just low, and now 3-2. And called strike over the middle. It was a take all the way, but got the inside part of the plate, and that's one away here in the top of the second. That'll bring up second baseman Jackie Jones. Delivered to Jones, swung through, strike one. Game went 11 innings last week, but Thomas had 14 strikeouts over that 11. And changeup gets her to swing early, and it's 0-2. And it takes outside, ball one. Takes low now, 2-2. Thomas's pitch called, strike over the plate. Oh, really surprised that wasn't offered at. That was right over the zone, but it'll be the second strikeout here for Thomas in the inning, and it'll bring up 9-hitter Brooklyn Kennedy. Pitch to the left fielder, called ball. The 1-0 to Kennedy. Swung, hit, pass, shortstop is going to get into center field, and it'll be a 2-out single, and it'll bring the Raiders back up to the top of their lineup, and it'll be Hanoski to stand in. Hanoski able to reach on an error in the first inning. Will come up to bat with 2 away and a runner on first. That ball gets away a little bit high and outside, ball one. Thomas's pitch hits softly to first, but it's bobbled there, throw over, and not in time, and it's going to be safe. So now runners on second and first, and it'll bring up catcher Lily Perkins. Swung early on that one. It's going to be strike one to Perkins. That pitch comes in low, blocked behind the plate by Wickline. Runners will have to stay where they are. 1-1. There's the 1-1 from Thomas. Called strike on the inside, and now 1-2. rolls in, and it'll be ball 2. Count even here, 2-2. It's 2-4. James Monroe has a 2-run lead here in the second with 2 outs. And that ball hit softly back to the pitcher. Thomas is over, makes the throw to first. That's in time, and Mavericks get out of the inning. Leave 2 stranded, and it's still 2-4. And we'll be back for the bottom of the second. Getting ready to get back into it. Bottom of the second inning. If you think you're seeing double, not quite. Mavericks in purple tops, black pants. Raiders in purple tops and black pants. The difference is the pinstripe on the side. Mavericks have a white pinstripe throughout their entire uniform. Raiders don't, so that's your difference if you're wondering who's who. Big Lizzie Smith to stand in. Had an outstanding defensive play in right field earlier. Likely saved a run, and that gets inside, jumps out of the way. Close, but did not get her. Looked like it took a jump off the angle from here, but umpire was in between me and the ball, and it may have been the catcher's glove that got a piece of it and just changed the trajectory on that ball. And anyway, it's 1-0. And here's the pitch from Hanoski. Swings at the outside pitch, and it's 1-1. Hanoski rocks back, comes through, and gets the swing and strike on the pitch on the inside now, and she's ahead 1-2. So 9-hitter Smith will stand in, faces 1-2. None on, none out. And that one gets in and definitely gets her a square in the back. She's going to have to take a second here as she walks that off down to first base, and it'll bring us back to the top of the order. And it'd be Grayson Dowdy to stand in. Dowdy, familiar with that, took a pitch off of her right hip to start this game. First pitch of the game, as a matter of fact. And now she'll stand back in here in the second with no outs and a runner on. Oski winds up, comes through. Dowdy bunts through, not able to come up with it on the slap attempt and be 0-1. Here's the pitch, and that gets inside, ducks out of the way. I don't think it got a piece of her. I'm not sure. Definitely close to getting her in the helmet, but I think she was able to get out of the way. Smith able to take second on the wild pitch, though. Oski's pitch shows bunt, pulls back. Call ball. We have 2-1 the count here on our screen. It might be 3-0. Never got a direct call on that first one. I haven't seen a clarification on that yet, so keep that in mind. And Dowdy swings over top of that one. And it is 2-2. So we had the count correct. The first pitch was called strike. All right, 2-2. No outs. Runner on second. Here's the pitch to Dowdy. And that one easy to lay off, goes by, and Smith will make her way over to third on the wild pitch. Now full count here to Dowdy. Freshman stands in. Oski's delivery fouled out of play, and that ball gets way out in the meadow. Bye ball. All right, we'll do this full count thing again. Here's the pitch to Dowdy. And gets on top of that one, hits a second. Jones has it there, makes a throw over in time, but the hit to the right side of the field will drive in Smith, and the Mavericks put another one on. Now one away, and it'll bring up Shea Wickline. Wickline bunted her way on in the first. She'll likely show that bunt again. We'll see if she pulls it back, and does. Comes around a little early on that pitch, catches it, almost puts it through the fence over there, and the visitor dugout has to dive out of the way. Wickline stand in, 0-1. Rounds off that bunt again. It'll bring the third baseman down. Now she backs off, lets it go, ball one. One and one away. Mavericks have a three-run lead. That ball lifted into left field. Kennedy not able to get there. It's going to get down, rolls all the way into the corner. Here comes Wickline around, probably going to try for three. The throw's coming in, and going to keep her right there, and it's a stand-up triple for Wickline. And see if we see McKenna come in to run that last 60 feet for her, and she will. So one out triple It's a runner in scoring position for the Mavericks. Brings up Chloe Burt. Burt singled on that amazing bunt earlier, rolled all the way around in foul territory, then finally made its way back on to fair. All right, one away. Mavericks have a 3-run lead, 5-2. Pitch comes into Burt way outside, and she lets that one go. And that one inside. Burt twists out of the way. 2-0. To a delivery, swung on and fouled away. And swings on the inside. Pitch can't do anything with it, though, as it's fouled away now 2-2. Rocks back, comes through. Burt able to catch up with that one, but it's going to be popped up and out of play. So we'll come back. We'll do 2-2 again. Mavericks don't need a hit in this situation to plate the runner. Anything hit to the right side of the infield will probably do the job. And lets that one go. 3-2 now. And pops that one up to third base. Wickline able to scramble back. And it'll be 2 away. Oval able to close in and put the squeeze on that. Now 2 outs. It'll bring up Riley Thomas. Thomas gets on top of that one, right back to Anoski, puts on the glove and over to first routine, and that's the 3rd out. It'll do it here for the 2nd inning. We'll be back for the top of the 3rd in just a moment. Before we go, I mentioned that Chick-fil-A and its 18 West Virginia owner-operated restaurants salute the more than 86,000 boys and girls that participate in scholastic sports in our state. Chick-fil-A recognizes that participation in high school sports helps to develop leadership and teamwork skills that prepare each participant for life. The same values that Chick-fil-A and your community shares. Chick-fil-A, proud to support West Virginia high school sports. right, we're back. It is 2-5. Mavericks out ahead. Get one across in the bottom of the second. Now we'll be back around. It'll be Brooke Fuller to lead off here for the Lady Raiders. The pitch from Thomas is whacked into left field off the glove of Meadows, and it'll be safe at first. So the runner on first, Brandy Mullins, will stand in. That ball low. Throw to second as Wickline was able to recover, not in time. Fuller's able to take second on the bounce at home plate. So the 1-0 to Mullins. That one skips by on the inside, and Fuller will be able to take third. So none out. Brooke Fuller stands 60 feet away from the plate. And that one scoots in low as well. Now ball three. You've seen some control issues here from both pitchers today. You wonder how much that muddy infield is contributing. And yes, Thomas is going to throw that ball away and ask for a new one. And that one high gets by. Fuller won't try it, and Mullins will take her free pass to first. That'll bring up five-hitter Miley Goodman. Shortstop comes in with runners on the corners and none away. Called ball on the outside. Runner will take second. Now two in scoring position for the Lady Raiders. Still none away. Thomas rocks back, delivers through. That ball hits sharply to third. Glove on it there is Clarkson. Fuller comes across, throw to home, and out at the plate is Mullins. Goodman able to get to second on the throw, but the Mavericks get one away, give up a run. It's 3-5 now. Ball was hit hard to third base. Clarkson got a glove on it, slowed it down. And I believe that was Chloe Burt was able to come over and get the throw in. Shea Wickline twisted back around and got the tag just as the runner was coming across to the wide side of the batter's box. Bring up third baseman Bailey Alville. Pitch to Alville, swings on the outside pitch, and that's 0-1. Thomas's pitch outside, called ball. Alville won't chase on the second one, and now it's 1-1. That pitch over the middle, deflected by Thomas, goes to low. Low's throw comes in low, and it's going to get by first, and that'll bring Goodman around to score. Four to five here now. One away, runner on first for Riverview. And Erica Ball will stand in. That ball hit on a line, but going to get out of play down the right field line. And that one goes the other way, foul down the third baseline. Both balls hard hit. Big crowd here tonight. Parking lot filled up. People sitting all throughout the outer bank. Down the third or first baseline, I see a lot of folks. A lot of people out here on a cool, damp May evening. 0-2 the count. Almost winds up. That ball comes in low. And it'll be 1-2. That ball skips by, and Oval's going to take second with no throw. Time run stands at second base, one away. 2-2 the count. And the 2-2 goes by, swung on, and that's strike three. So now 2 away. It's going to bring up second baseman Jackie Jones. Our base hit likely ties this game. There are 2 away. And swings on the outside pitch. Not able to reach that one, and 1 strike. And Thomas gets that one by on the swing and strike, and now quickly down 0-2. And the third swing and strike, and that's put away with the squeeze by Wickline. And that'll do it here for the top of the third. Raiders get 2 across. Mavericks lead 4-5. Farmers and Mechanics Insurance knows about West Virginia's history and is excited about its future. For more than a century, Farmers and Mechanics have provided reliable insurance protection to the people and communities across the state. Farmers and Mechanics Insurance Companies are proud to partner with high school sports and its commitment to teach and promote sportsmanship and citizenship. back, bottom of the third. Mavericks have a 1-run lead, and it'll be Evie Canterbury to stand in. And here's the first pitch to the first baseman, and called strike. He's back, winds up, comes through, and gets the swing over top of strike number 2. Oski sits up on the left side of the rubber, and ball high. Baller hip, ready for the 1 and 2. And hits that one back on the line. It's going to get through into center field, and she'll take a turn at first, but that ball's back in quick, and it'll be a long single for Canterbury, and it'll bring up Jordan Lowe. Lowe called out on a sacrifice bunt in the first. A bang-bang play. That'll bring Lily Broyles in to run. So with none away, runner on first, we'll see if the Mavericks want to be a little more aggressive here with the pinch runner. And as with pinch runners, it's good to have options when choosing health coverage for yourself or for your family or for your employees. You've got options with the health plan. Known for exceptional service and support with nationwide network of physicians, flexible coverage options you can count on, and competitive rates you'll appreciate. The Health Plan, proud partner of the WVSSAC. Learn more at healthplan.org. And here we go. Lowe shows bunt, but that ball swings out of her hand as she comes around. That's a balk. So they won't have to be aggressive, as Broyles will be able to take second on the balk. Oh, it's just a ball. Okay. So that will be a ball. All right, send the runner back to first, and we'll have a runner at first. Counts 1-0, none out. Shows bunt, puts it down, but it's going to get foul. Got on top of that bunt a little bit. On 1 count here to Lowe. Squares around to show the bunt. Now pulls back, hits a line drive back to the pitcher, able to snag it on the ground, throw over to first. We'll get the out there, moves the runner up to second. So Broyles will be there, and it'll bring up Mary Beth Meadows with 1 away. To Meadows, gets on top of the high pitch, picked up, and they say she's able to get the tag on Broyles as she ran by, and the out at first completes the double play. So that'll retire the side for the Mavericks. If 4-5, nothing comes across, we'll stay right where we are and we'll be back for the fourth. right, we're back here getting ready to start. Top of the fourth. It'll be Brooklyn Kennedy to stand in, the 9-hitter. Had a single in her first at bat, and that one goes by, ball 1. If there's not a Parmar store near you now, there will be soon. Parmar stores have 200 locations throughout the region to serve you. Parmar stores is the official store of high school sports in West Virginia. The 1-0 swung on, and it's 1-1. Called strike there, and it's 1-2. Thomas rocks back. The 1-2 comes through. Can't hold up. And it's strike 3, 1 away, and it'll bring up the top of the order, Hannah Hanoski. Thomas's pitch comes in high, taken. That ball hits sharply past second base, going to get into center field, and it'll be a single with 1 away. You'll have Hanoski on first. That'll bring up Perkins. That pitch low. Perkins gets a big secondary lead off. Or sorry, not Perkins. Hanoski gets a big lead off first. Now gets back. Thomas's pitch comes in. The throw down to second and safe. So it'll be 1 away. Runner in scoring position is Hanoski on second, and it's 2-0 to Perkins. And that one low. 3-0 now. The 3-0 delivery swung on the high pitch. Swung on ball 4. Now it's 3-1. Ball flared into short left field. Meadows is there with it, gets it back in, but it is going to plate the tying run as Hanoski comes across from second. And tied up at 5 now. 1 away, runner on first, and it'll bring up first baseman Fuller. Pitch to Fuller, hit high into center. Dowdy's in, puts on the squeeze, and there's 2 away. Bring up center fielder Brandy Mullins, 2 away, runner on first. Everything tied up at 5 here in top of the 4th. That pitch, grounder hit to second, able to put the tag on and out. That's going to do it here for the 4th, but not before Riverview's able to push one across and tie things up here at 5. So we will take a break and be right back. Folks, coming back. Scoreboard should be right now. Sorry. Sometimes live broadcast, things happen. Marshall Health and Marshall Sports Medicine Institute is proud to provide athletic training services for the student athletes at many local high schools and today's WVSSAC tournament. For more information, log on to marshallsportsmedicine.org. 5 to 5 here. Going to have a couple of pinch hitters coming in. It looks like Hannah Terry going to be first in for Carolyn Clarkson. And I think Lainey Taylor going to be in for Lizzie Smith after that. 8-9-1 expected up. And ready to get the bottom of the fourth underway. Terry stands in. Umpires there and play ball. Huskies pitch called, strike on the inside part of the plate. That one swung on outside, now down 0-2. Huskies pitch swung on, strike 3, and there's one away. It'll bring up Taylor. Something clerical to take care of here. Might be saying there's not a 32 on the card that was handed in. Looking at it right now, looks like Hannah Terry listed as 34 there. Now we're getting all this sorted out. The West Virginia Secondary Schools Athletic Commission extends a special thank you to Field Turf, Suicide Prevention West Virginia, and the Charleston Convention and Visitors Bureau. And so after the break, it looks like Coach Wickline has went back into the dugout. Coach Shires will be at first. Coach Shiflett at third. All right, back to it. One away, tie game, nobody on. And Taylor rips one out of play. Actually, it's a white GMC sitting over there. All right, the 0-1. Taylor lets ball one go by. And pitch bounces in, easy to lay off that one, and 2-1. Husky toes the right side of the rubber, now comes through and gets the swing on the 2-1, now 2-2. And that ball way outside. It'll be a full count, one away. Field lights starting to come on now as the twilight hours set in. And here's the payoff pitch. Lets it go outside on a tempting pitch, but it'll be ball 4. And Laney Taylor does a good job in the pinch hitting situation. With a runner on first now, it'll be the top of the order with Grayson Dowdy. First pitch to Dowdy. Taken inside as Dowdy creeps up in the batter's box looking to slap. And Hanoski's 1-0 pitch comes through and slapped into left field. Gets by the third baseman. Taylor around. She's not slowing down all the way to third base. And Grayson right behind her. Dowdy takes second. So a double on it was kind of a soft infield slap. Might have actually caught part of her hand there. She's looking at it on second base. Yeah, when you swing, your hand becomes part of the bat, and she used that part of the bat to drive the ball into left field. Probably not the way you want to draw that up, but it worked. And now that'll bring in Wickline. She'll stand in with 1 away and 2 runners in scoring position. Shows bunt. It's going to pull the infielders in. Now Alva recognizes it and gets back. And that ball inside gets away, but Taylor not going to try anything. And the ball retrieved pretty quickly by Perkins. 1-0 to Wickline. Leaves the bat out there and called strike one. Joe's bunt lets it go, and that ball's going to scoot away to the left side, but the runners have to stay where they are as Perkins hustles to it. 2-1 to Wickline. And we're going to get a timeout. And it looks like a ball made its way into the outfield that didn't belong there. We scooped up by Erica Ball and given back to the kids. All right, we're ready to go. Two-one delivery to Wickline. Lets that one go for ball three. And we're going to have a play at the plate as Taylor comes in, and she's going to be called out. Dowdy makes her way to third, but now two away. Three and one to count. Klein shows bunt, pulls back, and that ball comes in low, and she'll take her base. It'll bring in Chloe Burt with runners on the corners and two away. And we'll have McKenna Wickline come in for Shea. Swings on that pitch on the inside, but foul. And muddy conditions out here tonight, and you need equipment that holds up to them. And the West Virginia Secondary School Athletics Commission is proud to use products from Wilson Sporting Goods. For athletes to perform their best, they require the best, and that's why Wilson has delivered for over 100 years. Wilson is the official ball of the WVSSAC. Learn more at wilson.com. And that ball hit to shortstop, up throw to first in time, and that'll do it here for the fourth. Mavericks leave a couple stranded, and everything's still tied up. So we head to the sixth. Okay, coming back, it's going to be Miley Goodman to lead off. All right, top of the fifth. Like I said, 6 as we were leaving, but it is top of the fifth. And gets this swing on the first pitch. Everything tied up at 5. Thomas comes through, and that ball slapped, but down the third baseline, foul. Oh, and 2 count now here to shortstop Goodman. And called ball on the inside with those storms that came through earlier. Still damp out here, but no wind to speak of. Those flags are absolutely still in center field. And the 1-2. Swings on the pitch outside, and it's 1 away. Toyota and your local West Virginia Toyota dealers are proud to be the official partner of the WVSSAC, supporting high school sports all across West Virginia. Visit buyatoyota.com. Let's go places. Bailey Allville, third baseman, will stand in. And first pitch to her, called strike over the inside. And swings through, strike 2, and quickly down 0-2. And takes outside. There's the 1-2 delivery, taken outside again, now 2-2. And that one pops straight up and back, out of play. Count still 2-2, 1 away, none on. And called strike down right the knees. It's 2 away, and that will bring up Erica Ball. And that one scoots ball back and called ball 1. That one fouled back right at my face. 1-1. You can't help but dodge when that's coming at you. There's a fence here, but still, you want to get out of the way. And here's the 1-1. That ball popped up, going to get back out of play, and we'll come back. It'll be 1-2. You know, had that fence not been here, it could have got my teeth. And if you have missing or damaged teeth holding you back from life's greatest adventures, Mountain State Oral and Facial Surgery, home of the same-day smile, gives you the confidence to take a bout out of life. And that's swung on, strike 3 dropped. Going to put on the tag, and that'll do it here for the top of the 5th inning. And we'll take a break, be right back. Everything's still tied up at 5. Bottom of the fifth. Everything's still locked up at 5. These teams went 11 innings, locked up at 3 last week, and could be more of that today. AARP West Virginia is proud to be a strong supporter of West Virginia high school student athletes and their scholastic pursuits. With nearly 250,000 members statewide, AARP is your ally for real possibilities in the Mountain State. Connect on social media at AARP West Virginia or learn more online at aarp.org/WV. And Thomas is up, shows bunt, pulls back, takes outside. It'll be the 1-0 here to Thomas. Rocks back, comes through, and that ball hammered on the ground into right center. Thomas comes around, big turn, ball back in quick, and she'll be held to a long single, but it gives the Mavericks a leadoff base runner. That'll bring up Evie Canterbury. Canterbury was able to reach her last time up. Takes outside. Thomas on the run. Gets down. That ball gets into center. Thomas' slide actually fell short of second base, but the ball got away into center field. And Mudd just completely took the momentum away from her. It's like Major League just slid in and was about this much too short, but ball got away and she's safe. So with no outs, Mavericks have a runner in scoring position. Counts 1-0. Noski steps up, toes up against that left side of the rubber again, rocks back, windmills through, and the bunt put down. Pops up, it's down, throw over to first, in time, 1 away. Thomas is able to advance to third. Bunt does its job, and it'll bring up Jordan Lowe. Lowe's had hard contact earlier tonight. Ball went straight back to Hanoski, who was able to field it and get the out at first there. Also had a sacrifice bunt in the first. Shows bunt again, pulls back, and that's called strike. So with the bunt likely still on, Auble will creep up at third. Turned and shows. Corner infielders are going to crash, and that's outside, taking ball 1. All right, stands in, 1-1, 1 away. Riley Thomas on third base. That bunt put down the first base line, and no play to be made as Fuller crashes in. Nobody on second, and J-Lo's going to take second. You have that defensive play. Both corner infielders crash. Second and short cover the corners, and there's nobody at second. She comes around. They were looking to make the play at home with Thomas, but Thomas scooted back to third base, and no play was to be made. Now we're going to get together and talk. Question is going to be, was there interference, I think, along the first baseline? And they're going to say there was not, so everybody's going to be safe. 1 away. Mavericks have 2 in scoring position, and it'll bring up Mary Beth Meadows. Meadows had contact a couple times tonight. Anything hit to the right side of this infield is likely to score a run if it's on the ground. And there's a 1 away. Squares around the bunt. offers at it, and it's ball strike one. Squares around the bunt again, takes outside. The 1-1 comes through. Outside's going to get away. Thomas is going to try for home. Instead, is going to turn around and go back. And J-Lo almost caught up in a rundown, is able to get her way back to second as well on the hesitation. So 2-1 now. Not a lot of room here behind the catcher in this field. So anything that hits this fence, especially down low around that rubber lining, can bounce back. Here's the 2-1. And that one gets inside, but called strike on the offer, 2-2. And the 2-2 delivery. Hit to shortstop, bobbled there. Everybody's going to be safe, and it's going to bring the run across. Mavericks break the tie on the infield single, and it's 6-5. Mavericks have runners on first and second. Meadows comes through and on the RBI. Carolyn Clarkson comes in. Here's the pitch. And that ball popped up into left field. And Lowe's going to try to get to third on the play and does. So tags up and gets there. I think Lowe actually landed on the ball or her belt buckle one. Looks like she's okay. Shaking that off. And 2 away. Bring up Lizzie Smith, swings through the first, and Meadows takes second. Shows bunt, now pulls back, swings, gets a piece of it, but fouled away. He'll stay here with 2 strikes. And offers outside, called on the swing. And that's going to do it here for the 5th. We'll take a break and be right back for the start of the 6th. back late there. Leadoff hitter was Jackie Jones. She was able to reach on a single, and now it's Brooklyn Kennedy in. Kennedy takes the strike, throw down to second, and ball's going to hit the runner, not in time, and she'll be safe there. Hope Gas congratulates our local teams in the state tournaments. Hope Gas is all about supporting the exciting things happening right here in West Virginia. Learn more about Hope's community efforts by following Hope Gas on Instagram. Good luck from everyone at Hope Gas. 2 strikes to Kennedy. Here's the pitch, and that's fouled to the home side dugout. Let's line up and do it again. Here's the 2-0 to Kennedy. She takes for ball 1. And ball on the inside. Two and 2 count. Tying run stands at second, none away. And that pitch on top gets to third. Thrown over. It's going to pull Canterbury off first. Run's going to come around to score. And Kennedy will stand on second. Tied up again at 6. None away. Raiders have a runner on second. Bring the Raiders back to the top of the lineup. Pitcher Hanoski will stand in. Tied up at 6, 0-0 count. That ball fouled off. Now it's 0-1. Back on her heel, now comes through and gets the foul there, and now it's 0-2. The hitters in this inning have had 2 strikes on them before being able to reach. And called ball on the inside. Ball low, scoots away, and Kennedy will get to third. I think that actually might have came off of Wickline's hand. She shakes it off as she walks back to the pitcher's man. Timeout on the field as Fuller needs to tie her shoe on third. So none away. Go ahead run on third base. And fouled away. Two-two delivery, gets her on the off speed, out early, and there's one away, and it'll bring up the catcher Perkins. Go ahead run still stands at third. And good block behind the plate by Wickline, able to keep that one in front of her. Perkins takes every inch of the front of that batter's box. She's all the way as far up as she can get. And gets her to swing over top to strike one. Thomas comes through, called ball low. And ball as that one scoots. Kennedy's coming through. Safe at the plate. Go ahead run comes in, and it's 7-6 now. Three and one count. And that's ball four. Perkins will reach. Big Brooke Fuller to stand in. And called strike one. That one fouled up and out of play. It's quickly 0-2. And called ball on the off speed. And off speed misses again, ball two. And that one fouled back. We'll stay where we are, 2-2. And called ball high now, full count. That ball lifted, I think going to get out of play, and it does. Fog starting to roll in now. Things haze up. Here's the pitch to Fuller. On the ground to short, possible double play. Get the out at second, throw over to first. And that's going to pull the runner off out of play, and Fuller will be able to take second. Pulls Canterbury off first. All right, so after that, one away on second base. That's going to be 2 outs, and it'll be Mullins to come in. pitch to Brandy Mullins, ball high. Thomas is ready. Here's the 1-0. Called strike. And ball low. 2-1. And high now. 3-1. And called strike now. It'll fill the count. 2 away. Runner Fuller still at second. And Thomas has the ball on her hip. Comes through. And that one scoots under, and it's going to be ball 4. That'll bring up Miley Goodman. And gets Goodman swinging on the first strike. Second delivery's high. Runner's going to attempt to advance, throw over to third, and not in time. Everybody moves up 60 feet. And it'll be 1-1. And swings over top of that one. Now 1-2. An average strike away from being able to get out of this inning. But still a big strike at that. And outside, ball 2. And swings over that one, and they will leave 2 stranded, but get a couple across and lead now. Riverview ahead, 7-6. West Virginia Secondary School Activities Commission serves its 286 member schools and their students by providing leadership and support for the conduct of education-based athletics, which enrich the educational experience of all participants. Play, perform, compete together. The West Virginia Secondary School Athletics Commission promotes athletics that provide lifelong and life-quality learning experiences to high school students while enhancing their achievement of educational goals. Play, perform, compete together. Today's athletic event is not about winning at all costs, disrespecting others, or criticizing the athletes, coaches, or officials. It's about learning and growing, developing character, and competing with class. Please keep it positive and bench bad behavior. We'll be right back. right, getting ready to come back. Bottom of the 6th. Riverview leads by a run, 7-6. Mavericks have the top of the order coming up. 1, 2, 3 expected, and it'll be Grayson Dowdy to lead off. And Noski rocks back. Here comes the pitch. Takes high. Ball 1. Dowdy reached on a sharply hit ball into left field last time up. Also hit by a pitch earlier. And that ball hit sharp, but out of play down the left field line. Here's the 1-1. And Dowdy fouls that one back. And it's going to get down the hill. And now 1-2 to the leadoff hitter. Rocks back. Here's the pitch. That's outside. Ball 2. Two delivery on its way, and that's fouled off to stay alive. All right, we'll line up, do 2-2 again. Here it comes, and that ball behind Dowdy, and it's 3-2. All right, 3-2, none away. Dowdy the leadoff hitter. Noski comes through, and that's inside. It'll be ball 4, and the Mavericks have a leadoff base runner as they trail by 1. It'll be Shea Wickline to stand in. Wickline shows bunt. Now she'll pull back, and the pitch outside. Dowdy will stay at first. Shows bunt again and taps it, but it foul. We're around with the bunt. Now pulls back, and that one's outside. Dowdy's on the way. Throw high to second. Caught, but safe is Dowdy. That ball gets back down by the pitcher, but Dowdy not going to try to take third there with none away. You don't want to get the first or the last out at third. Really, you don't want to get any outs at third if you can help it.
What's the count, Blue?
2-1 count here to Wickline. Shows bunt again. Now we'll pull back, puts the bunt back down, lets it go, and that's going to be ball 3. 3-1 here to the catcher. Wickline shows bunt, pulls back, and that's outside, and it'll be the second walk here of the inning. Brings up Chloe Burt. And now with none away, 2 base runners on, here comes the heart of the order. We'll have McKenna Wickline come in to run for Shea. And Speedy shortstop will stand in with none away, 2-1. Full dark is set in here at the field now. Shows bunt, puts it down, and it pops and rolls foul. Reverse of the bunt she had earlier that started foul and rolled fair. And she'll come back and have to do this again now, 0-1. And the 0-1 squares up the bunt again, lets that one go. 1-1 now. Noski comes through and lets that one go. Burt, 2-1. We're going to get time. So they're going to want to talk things over on the map, or the circle. We'll take a break while they're doing that. Be right back. All right, the pitching circle conference is over. We're back. There's none away. Count is 2-1. Runners on first and second. Burt's up and takes outside for ball 3. Shows bunt, now pulls back and takes strike 2. Full count here to the shortstop, Burt. And here comes the pitch from Hanoski. And that ball's popped into right field, and it gets down. It's going to roll past. Here comes Dowdy around. She's going to score as the the throw comes in high, and everybody will scramble back as Perkins does a good job of getting back and getting that ball. It'll be Wickline on third. Burt stands on second, and the Mavericks have tied it at 7. And here comes Briley Thomas. Timeout on the field. And they're going to give Riley Thomas the free pass again. Happened in the last game in a similar situation. It'll be bases loaded with no outs. And Evie Canterbury to stand in.
Oh, you, Evie. Take your breath, Evie.
No outs. You're good.
Here comes the first pitch to the first baseman and takes high. Nowhere to put her. His bases are loaded, still none away.
Come on, Evie.
And outside for ball 2.
Y'all can't steal those bases.
Thing tied up. And outside now 0-3-0.
There you go, Evie.
Canterbury can be real choosy here on what she wants to swing at ahead 3-0 with the bases loaded.
Make it yours.
Oski comes back, rolls through, and that's called strike over the inside corner of the plate. 3-1. Here's the 3-1 pitch. And outside,
There you go, Evie.
that's going to bring in a run on the walk. All right, it brings the run across. Mavericks now have an 8-7 lead. And it's Jordan Lowe in. And she takes outside for ball 1. And popped up. That's going to land harmlessly in foul territory. All right, so J-Lo's going to stand back in, and it's 1-1. Had that home run here in the game last week. And the 1-1 pitch taken outside. Two-one pitch inside. Lowe hops out of the way, and everybody will stay where they are. Yeah, not a lot of space back here behind this plate, and if it scoots off to the left, it's going to be a hard one to take third on, particularly with no outs. A 3-1 count here to the senior Lowe. Chloe Burt stands at third, Bradley Thomas at second, Evie Canterbury on first. And Oski rocks back. Here comes the 3-1. And it's hit. Going to get off the first baseman's mitt. And they'll have Canterbury on the tag, but Burt comes across to score.
That's all right. That's smart, Evie. That's a good play.
Did we get one across?
Yeah, that ball hit off the glove of Fuller. Canterbury had to hold up to see if she came down with it when it popped off. Second baseman Jones was there to scoop it up. And to avoid a double play, Canterbury actually had a pretty good idea there of just juking around for a moment so they couldn't tag her as she ran back toward the base. It let Lowe reach safely and kept it to just one out now with runners on the corners. That brought Bird around to score. Meadows squares up to bunt, and Speedy Lowe is on her way to second. If you blinked, you missed it, but now runners on second and third.
Quit slumping your shoulders. Have fun. Let's go.
Here's the 0-1 to Meadows. 2 runners in scoring position. Mavericks have a 2-run lead, and that's outside.
Smile. Let's go.
All right, Meadows will step back in with the 1-1 count. And the pitcher, Hanoski, inside off the plate, ball 2. Hanoski's pitch makes contact, fouled off the third base side. 2-2. Hanoski rocks through, and that's outside. 3-2 the count here now, 1 away. Mavericks have runners on second and third.
Back out.
Meadows stands in. 5-year hiatus from softball. And back this year for her senior year. And here comes the 3-2 pitch. And gets on it, and it's hit into left field. It's going to bring Thomas across. Low right behind her. Ball hasn't been fielded yet. She's going to score easy. And it's a double for Meadows with 2 RBIs. Breaks this open now, 7-11. And with 1 away, Mavericks have a runner in scoring position, and third baseman Carolyn Clarkson will stand in. That ball gets away, and Meadows is not going to try to get to third on that. And 1-0 Clarkson. Swings at a ball probably a little bit outside, but it'd be strike 1. And called strike on the inside part of the plate. Now 1-2 to the third baseman. And we're going to get a timeout.
Oh, Carthage.
And it's a headlights issue in the outfield. So take a second, get that situated. And they're off. And they're back on. Now they're off again. Okay. Comes the 1-2 and gets the strikeout as Clarkson swings in front of the pitch, and it'll bring up Lizzie Smith.
Come on, Lizzie.
Lizzie Smith has a chance to drive in a run with a hit here as the Mavericks lead 11-7. And that ball hit. It's going to get into center field off of the shortstop's glove. Meadows is around. The throw's coming home. It's not going to be in time, and the Mavericks put in an insurance run on the little bloop shot from Smith. It was a good effort there to get to that ball and bring it down as shortstop Molly Goodman had to work her way all the way over, almost second base. A diving attempt that just kind of came off the tip of her glove, and now the Mavericks have batted around, and it's Grayson Dowdy back up, and she'll take low for ball 1. She came around to score earlier in this inning after finding her way on to first with a walk. and swings over that one, fouled off. And ripped into right field. It's going to get down, and Smith's going to go to third, and she's going to advance as the ball gets away, and it's another run across for the Mavericks. 13-7 now on the RBI single from Dowdy. And here comes Shea Wickline back up. Wickline also reached on a walk and came around to score earlier in this inning. She represents the 11th batter to the plate, puts down the bunt. It's going to go foul down the third base line.
Come on, Shay.
And has to duck out of the way of the inside pitch. And the pitch outside, called strike over the outside corner, now 1-2. Six-run lead right now. If the Mavericks score two more times in this inning, this game would be over. And that ball ripped up the middle. It's into center field. Everybody's going to move up. Dowdy trips as she comes over the base. Now she's going to get back, and it'll be safe. And here comes Chloe Bird again, 12th batter of the inning. And we'll have a courtesy runner come in. It'll be McKenna Wickline to go to first base for the second time in this inning and relieve Sister Shea. And Chloe Burt ready for her first pitch, and it's inside, has to bend back out of the way. Ball one. It's been a long inning for Hernosky out there. Surely some fatigue setting in. She's 1 out away from getting out of it. And that pitch outside taken for ball two. And that ball hit to Jones. She's going to be able to put the tag on the Wickline there. She goes to second, and that's the third out. So Mavericks don't get those extra two across to end the game now. We'll have to go into the seventh and see if they can hold on. But they do bring 7 across in this inning and now lead 13-7. And we're back already. First pitch delivered in as a ball. It's Bailey Allville, the third baseman, in. And called strike. Swung on, contact made, but foul. Car alarm going off in right field. And same result, almost the same spot on that foul. Allville's fighting. It is 2-2. Fog really rolling in thick here into right field now. And the car alarm's off. Here's the 2-2 delivery from Thomas. And swung on late, and there's one away. And fouled off on the first pitch by to Erica Ball. And called ball high. One and one, just low, and it's going to be 2-1. And ball, as it scrapes the plate, coming over, 3-1 now. Six, 7, and 8 expected up in this inning. One away. And ball 4 called high. So Erica Ball will take the free pass down. It'll be Jackie Jones up to bat. And first pitch to the second baseman. Swung on and missed. Loud pop there was the glove. Wasn't sure if she made contact or if that was the pop, but in Wickline's glove. Here's the 0-1. Ball stands on first. And that ball grounded to first. She'll come up, throw to second, get the out there. Double play won't be made. And so it'll be a fielder's choice out at second. Jackie Jones will stand on first, and it'll be Brooklyn Kennedy, the 9-hitter up. She reached base a couple times in this one. Called ball on the outside, 2-0. And swings through that, fouled away. 2-1. and called ball high. Now 3-1. Two away, runner on. Mavericks have a 6-point lead, 6-run lead, 13-7. And called strike on the inside now. It'll be a full count, and Riverview down to their last strike. And ball ripped down third base line, foul. To line up and try the full count, pitch again. And swung early on the off speed, and the Mavericks have done it. Come back from behind, and they have won the sectional title. We're going to take a break and be right back with the celebration.
Everybody's on the wrong place. first, and these will do interviews.
We good? Okay, we're here. James Monroe, sectional champions. I'm here with Shay Wickline. Shay, you were on base all kinds of times tonight. Let me ask you a question. You hit that triple. Were you lobbying to run for yourself at the end?
I was 2 turtles instead of 4 fast today. I was just cooking as fast as I could get there. I don't know what was going through my head other than I gotta go. So I don't know.
You know, you've changed your batting approach a little bit from last year. Last year you had more of the split hands with your stance. This year you're coming in, you're lining up, and then you're pulling back. What's going on different? What have you changed?
So my timing was a little off at first, and I still have a split grip. It's just a little bit smaller. But we figured out at practice that this is something that works for my timing a little bit better than what we had last year.
Well, it's definitely worked. You're on base, not just tonight, all season, really. You've been a good job getting in. You've moved from behind the plate out to the outfield and back behind the plate. So how's that transition gone and then coming back?
It was a little confusing at first, but I think that everything worked out for us best in the end.
How's it playing with your sister this year?
She's crazy, but I enjoy it. I love her very much, and I'm glad that she enjoys the stuff as much as I do. So.
Well, it was a great game tonight. Congratulations. Go enjoy it with your team.
Thank you so much, sir.
We'll see if we can get some more.
Hey, what happened?
All right, now here with Mary. Okay. Now we're here with Mary Beth Meadows. Now you came through there in that last, what was it, the 6th inning, had a hit that broke things open a little bit. Tell me about that.
I had not been doing very well, and Coach Carter just told me to get up there and smile and be happy and hit the ball, and that's what I did.
You had 2 strikes on when you hit that, didn't you?
Yeah, but those are usually when I hit the ball, so it's okay.
Oh, that's fine. Mary, 2 strikes. So you took a big hiatus from softball before you came back this year. So what was your thought coming back, and how has it been this season?
I came back because there were some little freshmen I wanted to get to play with one more time, and it's been great coming back because I've become friends with so many of them and gotten close with the girls I wasn't close with from basketball, so it's been really exciting to come back and play with all of them.
You get one more tournament championship here, saying you get a chance to go for a regional now. We don't know who that's going to be against. They got to play those games this week, but just a pretty successful season, would you say?
I would agree.
All right, go enjoy it.
Thank you.
All right, pitcher Bradley Thomas here. So it's another close game throughout most of this.
Yeah.
It's a lot of pressure pitching. You broke it open there at the end, but you feel like this might be one that, as it started and you got into it, that might be extras again?
I did think that originally. I know in my last interview I was like, I'm not scared, I'm just worried. But this one I was a little scared. But, you know, we have a great team behind us. We have a great coaching staff who knows what they're doing. And they know how to play the game and they know how to talk to their girls. And I think that is what really pushed us into getting those 6 runs in. So, yeah.
Yeah, it was close. I mean, you guys were actually down going into that inning. Tell me about what you said in the dugout and what led into being able to put those 7 runs across and put this thing away.
I sat in there and I was like, girls, we have got to get up. I was like, this is a situation, you know, everything that's gone on in the past day has really just tore us to pieces. And Keith came in and he was like, girls, he said, I don't even care what happens. As long as you go out there and smile and hit the ball and do your job, that's all that matters. And then as soon as he said that, we just took off. And I think that just really, really helped us a lot.
How was the field tonight? I mean, obviously it was muddy. Was it hard to get a grip on the ball?
Yeah, it was a little muddy. Yeah. The pitcher's mound was a little bit of a swamp. I was slipping and sliding everywhere. But, you know, that's just something you got to put behind you. You just got to focus on what you're doing. And even though that the weather might have, you know, restricted some of that, even in the batter's box and behind the plate, it's really hard. But I think that we just zoned in to do our job, and we didn't even care what the field looked like. We were just wanting to play.
All right, congratulations, another great season. We still have some more to go after tonight, but sectional champions. Way to go.
Thank you.
Enjoy. All right, James Monroe comes away, Region 3, Section 1 champions. Again, they were able to repeat, and they're going to be playing. We'll see. It'll be either Greenbrier West or Midland Trail. Those games will be decided this week after they had to be pushed back for weather this week as well. Boys are playing this week. If possibly tomorrow, possibly the day after, it'll depend on some of those other games go, but we'll let you know when that's going to be played. So a lot of tournament, softball and baseball still to come. We'll see you. See.